Phileas Fogg bet £20,000 that he could travel around the world in just 80 days. Today, you will improve your English listening skills with this incredible adventure. Hello and welcome to our English story for the intermediate level. We will use slow and clear English to help you understand everything. Today's story is the famous novel, Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. In this video, we have a special structure to help you learn. First, you will hear the complete story in English. Then, we will do a bilingual review with English and Spanish text on the screen. After that, we will learn key vocabulary and a useful expression. Finally, we'll test your understanding with some questions. Are you ready? Let's begin. Our story begins in London in 1872. Phileas Fogg is a wealthy, punctual, and mysterious English gentleman. He lives a life of extreme regularity. Every day, he does the exact same things at the exact same time. His only social activity is visiting the Reform Club. One day at the club, a newspaper article sparks a debate. A new railway in India has made it possible to travel around the world in just 80 days. The other members of the club believe it's impossible. But Phileas Fogg, a man of quiet confidence, disagrees. He declares, "I will bet £20,000 that I can make the tour of the world in 80 days or less." The bet is accepted, and Fogg must return to the Reform Club by 8:45 p.m. on December 21 to win. Fogg rushes home and tells his newly hired French servant, the energetic and loyal Jean Passepartout, that they are leaving in 10 minutes. Passepartout is shocked but quickly packs a small bag. As they begin their journey, they are unaware that they are being followed. A detective from Scotland Yard, named Fix, believes Fogg is the man who recently robbed the Bank of England. Fix thinks the bet is just a clever excuse to escape the country. He decides to follow Fogg around the world, waiting for an arrest warrant to arrive from London. Their journey takes them through Europe to Suez, Egypt, and then to India. In India, they discover that the railway is not complete. Without hesitation, Fogg buys an elephant to continue their journey. Along the way, they encounter a shocking scene. A young Indian woman named Aouda is about to be sacrificed in a ritual called sati. Fogg, a man of honor, feels he must save her. With Passepartout's clever help, they rescue Aouda from the fire. She is incredibly grateful and, having nowhere else to go, joins them on their journey. This heroic act, however, causes a delay and costs Fogg a lot of money, but he never complains. After more adventures in Hong Kong and Japan, the group crosses the vast Pacific Ocean and arrives in San Francisco. They board a transcontinental train to travel across America. The journey is full of obstacles. They face a huge herd of bison blocking the tracks and a dramatic attack by a Sioux tribe. During the attack, Passepartout is kidnapped. Fogg, again showing his honorable character, chooses to risk his bet and his fortune to save his loyal servant. He leads a successful rescue mission, but they miss their train. They find an alternative way to get to the next station, but when they finally arrive in New York, their ship to England has already left. It seems all is lost. But Fogg's determination is unbreakable. He finds a small trading boat, bribes the crew, and sets a course for England. They face a terrible storm but manage to reach Liverpool. However, just as they step on English soil, Detective Fix finally arrests Fogg. A few hours later, the real bank robber is caught, and Fogg is released. It's too late. He takes a train to London, but arrives 5 minutes after the deadline. He has lost the bet. Defeated, he goes home. Aouda, who has fallen in love with him, confesses her feelings and asks him to marry her. Fogg realizes he has won something more valuable than money. He sends Passepartout to arrange the wedding for the next day. Passepartout rushes out and discovers something incredible. Because they traveled eastward around the world, they crossed the international date line and gained a full day. It is not Sunday, as they thought, but Saturday. They still have 10 minutes. Fogg runs to the Reform Club, without a second to spare. He walks through the doors at exactly 8:44 p.m., 1 minute before the deadline. He has won the bet against all odds. Phileas Fogg did not just win £20,000, he found adventure, love, and proved that with determination, anything is possible. Great! Now let's review the story with English and Spanish text. Phileas Fogg, a punctual English gentleman, makes a bet that he can travel around the world in 80 days. Phileas Fogg, un puntual caballero inglés, hace una apuesta de que puede viajar alrededor del mundo en 80 días. He leaves with his servant, Passepartout, while Detective Fix follows them, suspecting Fogg of bank robbery. Él parte con su sirviente, Passepartout, mientras el Detective Fix lo sigue, sospechando que Fogg es un ladrón de bancos. In India, they face obstacles and rescue a young woman named Uda, who joins their journey. En la India, enfrentan obstáculos y rescatan a una joven llamada Aouda, quien se une a su viaje. After arriving late, they discover they gained a day by traveling east, winning the bet at the last minute. Tras llegar aparentemente tarde, descubren que ganaron un día al viajar hacia el este, ganando la apuesta en el último minuto. Excellent. Now let's learn some key vocabulary from the story. Our first word is wager. A wager is an agreement to risk money on an uncertain outcome, another word for a bet. For example, Phileas Fogg made a wager of £20,000. Next, punctual. Punctual means happening or doing something at the agreed or proper time, on time. For example, being punctual is very important for Phileas Fogg. Finally, obstacle. An obstacle is a thing that blocks one's way or prevents progress. For example, they faced many obstacles during their journey across America. Now for our useful expression of the day, against all odds. This phrase means that something happens or is achieved despite many difficulties or a low probability of success. For example, against all odds, Phileas Fogg won the bet. Can you think of a time you achieved something against all odds? Now it's time to check your understanding. I will ask a question, and you will have a few seconds to think of the answer. Question 1. What was the name of Phileas Fogg's loyal French servant? His name was Jean Passepartout. Question 2. Why was Detective Fix following Phileas Fogg around the world? He believed Fogg was the criminal who had robbed the Bank of England. Question 3. How did Phileas Fogg win the bet in the end, even after arriving late? He won because he had gained a day by traveling eastward across the international date line. Let's quickly review the questions and answers in English and Spanish. Question: What was the name of his servant? A. His name was Jean Passepartout. B. ¿Cuál era el nombre de su sirviente? R. Su nombre era Jean Passepartout. Question: How did Fogg win the bet? A. He gained a day by traveling east. B. ¿Cómo ganó Fogg la apuesta? R. Ganó un día al viajar hacia el este. Congratulations! You have finished the lesson. You did a fantastic job today. If you enjoyed this story and want to keep improving your English, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories. And here's a question for you: if you could travel around the world, which country would you visit first? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story.